You can't be brought up in the Clyde without having a feeling for engineering. This test tank in Dumbarton is a museum piece now, but in its day it was a great innovation and it paid dividends with increased orders for ships. The best review I've ever had was for the paper boat, and it wasn't from an art critic. Listen to this. A singular thought of great simplicity will motivate a response across class and style and emphasise a basic humanity common to us all. The paper boat is still going strong, a social sculpture to remember, especially when memory is reinforced by having the paper boat song sung by the Da Kappa Choir from Greenock.
Not what a ship used to be.
The church is so many different things.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'm not used to your side of it, I don't think.
Well, the church has been a wee bit out of it since the Industrial Revolution in terms of industry, technology, commerce, business and all that sort of side of things.
It hasn't really...
grasped the nettle.
No, because whatever our personal views about one church or another, and including Muslim and Jewish and so on,
We're all at sea in a paper boat, paper boat. The rule of Britannia is very remote from what it used to be.
We're all at sea in a paper boat, paper boat. The rule of Britannia is very remote from what it used to be. So, now that we're building a paper boat, don't be surprised at the way we vote.
I've been asked to do a rather unusual task for a minister of the gospel. Bow your heads in prayer. Let us pray.
Almighty and ever blessed and eternal God, we are gathered here in thanksgiving for the men of the Clyde, who by their industry, endeavour and skill sustain this nation both in peace and war. And even as we are met in thanksgiving, we are met also in sorrow for the loss of so many shipyards, for those whose parsimony and greed have all but robbed us of these men's skills and of all our industry. And for all these reasons, we ask you to bless this paper boat, that she may be for all who sail in her and all who see her a symbol of these sentiments.
We're not very proud of a paper boat, paper boat. You'd think that there never had been afloat a ship like the good old QE.
We're not very proud of a paper boat, paper boat. That there never had been afloat.
Oh, Captain, you've read this notice? You understand it though?
No, I never really did understand it.
Have you anything to declare? That'll do.
Paper boat, paper boat. The rule of Britannia is very remote from what it used to be. So surprised at the way we vote.
I'm not nostalgic about shipbuilding, but I am nostalgic about the skills and the spirit that went into it, somehow transcending the tough conditions in the shipyards. Where is this energy now? Meanwhile, back at the Garden Festival.
I belong to Glasgow, dear old Glasgow tune. But there's something the matter with Glasgow, for it's going round and round. I'm only a common old working chap, as anyone here can see. Glasgow belongs to me.
100 years ago, they were building ships here and they were making them out of wood and used to season the timber there.
That's right.
So that's the kind of tradition we're talking about.
How many shipbuilding yards are there left on the Clyde?
Well, last count, I made it 3, but not all of them are working. Is that right, Lynn?
So you're really the only serious shipbuilder left?
On
Yeah.
paper, anyway. On paper, I'm probably the biggest. Yeah. That's fun.
0475. Oh, hello there. How's things going? Well, he is here. Well, I put him on to you. Right, George? That's for you, Mike.
Aye. Well, that's good. Well, Little Finance Centre, New York, eh? So it's right in the enemy camp. Now, I'm not for 1 minute saying that we should be building ships when the world doesn't particularly want ships, although, mark you, there are still countries building ships. But what I do worry about, and where I make a social comment when I do the paper boat or the Straw Locomotive, is I say, where did the energy Where has the energy gone? Where are the skills going now? Well, okay, a lot of the skills have gone overseas. They're working in the Persian Gulf. They're working up in oil platforms. But I still know that in this town here, near here and in Glasgow, there are skills not being used. And that kind of bothers me. And I feel maybe that should be addressed. And the vote and so on hangs a question mark over that situation. I don't come up with any solutions. I come up with questions, basically. And maybe the nearest I would get to a solution is that the arts, which I find so stimulating, if I can get involved in doing that in a social basis, the idea of social sculpture, working with people and say, look, this loosened me off. Maybe this will loosen off engineers, businessmen, to have a go at trying out new things. In 1623, when the earth was flat, Galileo didn't agree with that. He set out to prove to one and all that the world was really spherical. Hostile treatment he received. Even the church would not believe. But Galileo died with justified hope. For in 1984, he convinced the Pope it was a great bum steer getting from there to here. Instead of sailors going straight, they now can circumnavigate. But nevertheless, it was a great bum steer.